You know, folks, at this point, trying to keep up with Trump's memory is like trying to chase a squirrel on espresso. One day, he's signing executive orders like he's autographing napkins at Mar-a-Lago. And the next day, he's shamelessly staring into the camera saying, "Alien Enemies Act. Never heard of her." And just like that, we're all trapped in a real-life game of delusion and confusion. We all keep asking, is it dementia? Did he forget? Is he lying? Or did someone just forge his signature with a sharp pen? Now, he's denying he signed the Alien Enemies Act proclamation. This confused grandpa now saying, "I didn't sign that." Folks, that was probably Captain Kirk or Joe Biden in a rubber mask. Meanwhile, hundreds of Venezuelans are getting deported while the court is asking who gave the order. No one knows. Maybe Melania's decorator. Maybe the pool boy.
Like this judge who the DOJ is arguing with today about the deportation flights. He wants to know why the proclamation was signed in the dark, his words, and why people were rushed onto planes.
Because we want to get criminals out of our country, number one, and I don't know when it was signed because I didn't sign it. Other people handled it, but...
Honestly, watching Trump distance himself from his own immigration policy is like watching a chef throw the steak on the grill, burn it, and then blame the cow. Look, I'm all about strong borders, but I didn't personally press the deport button, he says, as though there's some rogue official wander in the White House, firing off executive orders like loose cannon interns. And poor Judge Boasberg, he's basically asking, "Mr. President, did you use an 18th century wartime law to deport gang members during peacetime?" And Trump's response is basically, "I don't recall, but sounds like something Sleepy Joe might have done." Of course, Trump immediately pivots to his favorite pastime, yelling at judges, judicial overreach, witch hunt, you know, the classics. At this point, Trump accusing the judiciary of bias is as routine as him denying responsibility for literally everything. Sir, who ordered the deportations wasn't me. Who's responsible for the White House Christmas decorations? Blame the deep state. Meanwhile, the MAGA crowd is eating this up. They don't care who signed what, as long as someone is getting deported and CNN looks miserable. You could tell them Trump personally tossed Venezuelans onto a catapult and they'd cheer as long as he promises to make deportation medieval again. Meanwhile, progressives are frantically filing lawsuits like they're in a courtroom speed run, trying to figure out who actually runs the government. Trump, his staff, or possibly a raccoon in a MAGA hat. And here's the kicker. If it turns out Trump didn't even know about the order, what does that say about his administration? Who's making the calls over there? Is there a group of interns holding sessions in the Roosevelt Room, channeling executive orders from beyond? But hey, one thing's for sure. Trump's memory lapses, denials, and Houdini acts will keep us entertained well into the next election cycle. Whether he actually signed the proclamation or just misplaced it next to a stack of McDonald's wrappers. This saga is a masterclass in the fine art of plausible deniability.